one shot. For everybody living in the moment, one shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 71 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Touchdown, Washington! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He gets it to Thomas. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 29, Powell. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. On 2nd and 9, Powell got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff up the middle. Morgan. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They'll go option to the short side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he's got room. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Morgan. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take down from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Morgan. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's got to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run on 1st down. Morgan. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 2nd and 5. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 29, Howell. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now Brown. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Howell trying to pick it up on third. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Howell from the gun. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing here, Howell. Able to connect with Dotson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Powell, he'll look to throw it. Man open left side, it's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Allen Robinson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense,
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And Howe will throw it. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Morgan. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
There's Trimble, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. They'll try the left side. Morgan. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Trimble from 17 yards out. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Ready up!
4th down, Howell, desperation time. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Morgan. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they actually need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 2nd down, it's Morgan. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it.
It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Second down and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Up the middle they go. Morgan. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you.
Anderson loses the football, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. Dotson, he's got it. And he'll have a first down here up past the 30, but he's brought down in bounds. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Powell to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.